Well, hello there and welcome back to my channel and welcome to another episode of my sunscreen review series. In today's video, I'm going to be ranking all of the sunscreens that I've tried on my channel so far. If you're new to my channel, I started this series because I was on the hunt for my perfect everyday sunscreen. And for me, that's a sunscreen that doesn't leave a white cast, one that doesn't break me out, and one that wears well under makeup if I want to wear makeup that day. I started this series back at the end of 2020 and I've tried 9 sunscreens on my channel so far. The more sunscreens that I've tried, the more my opinions have changed on some of the ones I've tried in the past. So this video will serve as an update, but it will also give you a genuine ranking of all the sunscreens I've tried so far. For today's video, there's going to be 4 categories, and each of those categories is named after one of my favorite musical theater songs. The lowest level is going to be called Unworthy of Your Love from the musical Assassins by the late, great Stephen Sondheim. The next level up from that is going to be Take Me or Leave Me from the musical Rent. This is the category that's exactly what the song title says. I could take it, I could leave it, maybe it's not really for me, but I could see how someone else would like it. The next level up is going to be Satisfied from the musical Hamilton, because it does what it needs to do. It satisfies the requirements, but it's not necessarily holy grail status. And the top ranking category is Superstar from the musical Jesus Christ Superstar, because that means that these products, or this one product, is a superstar. So going in no particular order, we are going to start with the Canmake Mermaid Skin Gel. I found out about this particular sunscreen through Jessica Braun's channel, and I was excited to try it out because she described it as being glowy, and it also has an SPF of 50, and it's about $10 or $11, making it one of the more affordable sunscreens on this list. As a person with dry skin, I really did appreciate the glowiness of it, and I did use it a couple of times, I would say pretty regularly for a couple weeks or so, but it's definitely one of those that's kind of tapered off and has gotten to the back of my drawer, but I don't have any true complaints about it other than the slight white cast that it gives. I can't call it 100% no white cast. So we're going to put this in the satisfied category. It does what it needs to do, and I would genuinely recommend this to most people. I know that my sister really likes this. There's, like I said, nothing really wrong with it, but there are ones that I definitely like better. Next up is the Sun Bum Face 50 sunscreen. This one I can easily slide in the take me or leave me category. It wasn't bad, but as far as white casts go, it definitely leaned more on the side of having a white cast. It claimed to be moisturizing, but I felt like it was more on the matte side, which actually makes it great for oily skinned people. Probably of all of the sunscreens I'm going to talk about today, this would be the one that I would recommend most to people with oily skin. I appreciated the SPF level and I appreciated the pricing of it. It was about $10 or $11. Between the way it felt on the skin and the white cast, I just don't find myself reaching for this one anymore. And in fact, this sunscreen is one of the ones that I just kind of gave to my husband because I know I'm not really going to use it. And in the future, I would use it on my body, but not on my face. Next up is the e.l.f. Causemetics Holy Hydration Face Cream SPF 30. This one, I was so excited when they announced it, but unfortunately, it is in the take me or leave me category. It's a great product, but the one complaint I have about it is the fragrance. And the fragrance is just so strong that it just kind of misses the mark for me as far as being in the satisfied category. I'm not even a person who's super sensitive to fragrance, but when it's really, really strong like that, at least in my opinion, it keeps me from wanting to reach for the product. Formula-wise, aside from the fragrance, I think it is great, especially for dry skin. It is a nice thick moisturizer, and it actually doesn't have a bad white cast, which I was a little bit surprised about, but like I said, just that fragrance, it keeps it in the take me or leave me category. Next up, we have the Bondi Sands Daily Moisturizing SPF 50 Face Sunscreen. And we have our first superstar of the video. This sunscreen is definitely my favorite affordable pick that I've tried so far. You can find it for about $10 or $11 at Walgreens, and that is if you can find it. It's nice and moisturizing. This is another one that I recommend more for people with dry skin. There isn't a white cast, and it absorbs into the skin quickly, but it leaves a nice, beautiful glow. This product, in my opinion, is the perfect combination of sunscreen and moisturizer, so that makes it the perfect daily moisturizer for someone with dry skin. And since it is on the affordable side, you don't have to worry worry about running out of it when you're using the proper amount of sunscreen every day. This is the sunscreen I've been using every day, and it's the one that I highly recommend, like I said, to people with dry skin. Next up, we have the Garnier Green Labs Pore Perfecting Serum Cream. This was a product I actually hadn't heard anybody talk about. I just happened to see it at Walmart when I was there one day and decided to try it on a whim. When I first tried this out, I really enjoyed it, and this became my daily sunscreen once I did pick it up. Now that I have tried others, it's definitely been unseated as the daily sunscreen. Now, I do enjoy this product, but because it has been unseated, I will put it in the satisfied category. Now, I do still recommend and enjoy this product by Garnier Green Labs, but it is more expensive and has a lower rating, SPF rating, than the Bondi Sand. So that's what puts it in the satisfied category as opposed to the superstar category. Next one up is the Cerave Tinted Sunscreen SPF 30. When this first came out, this was another one I was very excited to try. I was really interested in getting into mineral sunscreens, and because it was tinted, I was definitely drawn in because I wanted to avoid having a white cast. In the video where I tried it out, you could see that I have a pretty bad white cast with it, and it actually left a purplish tint on my face. Now, it wasn't the end of the world. I was able to cover it up with makeup, but at the end of the day, I just don't really want to be worried about that or bothered with that at all, especially for a sunscreen that only provides SPF 30. It was also on the higher side for a drugstore product, and again, because I found other things at the drugstore that work better and are less expensive, I definitely wouldn't repurchase this one, and this is one I definitely passed on to my husband. So this one definitely goes into the unworthy of your love category. While it may work well for some people, it's just not going to work for anybody with my skin tone or deeper, so I just say leave it alone. Next up is the Supergoop Glowscreen SPF 40, and guys, I love this one. This is the other one that ends up on the superstar status. I love this sunscreen because it feels so beautiful on the skin. It is super glowy, which I personally love as a person with dry skin, but also appreciates the dewy look. It has the slightest tint to it, so even though it is a very glowy sunscreen, it doesn't look like Tin Man-ish on your skin because it has just that slight skin color to it. It doesn't have a fragrance, and I love the way that it looks whether or not I'm wearing it with makeup, and I haven't had any issues with it making me break out. Truly, the only con to this product, in my opinion, is the price point. It is a little bit up there in price. It actually is one of the two more expensive products that are on this list. Definitely, though, this Supergoop Glowscreen belongs in the superstar category. The next product is actually from the same brand, and that is the Supergoop Unseen Sunscreen. And I actually love this product as well, and the only reason why I don't put it on the same level as the Glowscreen is the texture. I personally prefer the texture of the Glowscreen a little bit better because I think it absorbs into my skin better. The Unseen Sunscreen has more of a silicone-y type of feel, but what makes the Unseen Sunscreen so amazing is that it is truly clear. It is transparent. You cannot see it on the skin at all. And if you're the type of person that doesn't like your skin glowy, then the Unseen Sunscreen is actually going to be a better choice for you than the Glowscreen. So while it is very close to being at Holy Grail status, we'll go ahead and keep it at satisfied status because this Unseen Sunscreen, it does what it needs to do, and I will definitely repurchase it, and I have no problem using it at all. And the very last sunscreen that we're going to be ranking today is the Fenty Skin Hydra Visor Invisible Moisturizer. This was another one that was highly anticipated, not only by me, but by pretty much everyone. As a moisturizer, I felt like pretty much any skin type could use it. It wasn't on the super thick side, but it also wasn't like a gel-based type of moisturizer. Just like with the e.l.f. product, the fragrance is really the only thing that I don't like, but it is so strong that I just don't reach for it. And so I put it in the take me or leave me category. But hopefully in the future, they will release a sunscreen moisturizer that is fragrance free or doesn't have as high of a fragrance level in it. Alright guys, that wraps up this video. Please let me know what sunscreens you want me to try out in 2022 and beyond. Some that I have coming up are the Black Girl Sunscreen, the Kroger dupe for the Supergoop Unseen Sunscreen. Well, it's a supposed dupe, but I don't know for sure. And just a couple others that have been on my list so far. Before I wrap this video up, I want to thank you so much for your support on these videos and this series. I really appreciate it. Anyways, I hope you're having a great day or night, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.